Hello, fellow fragrance lovers, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I have a video that I'm very embarrassed to make. I have today a review of the range of Ariana Grande fragrances, and at my advanced age and maturity, I'm just so ashamed of myself. No, really. Yes. This mature woman, I'm gonna say mature. Or you can say old. I mean, I'm old, let's face it, okay? This old woman here, I have several Ariana Grande perfumes for you today, and I actually like them. I know, what is the world coming to? So, yeah, I'm not really the biggest fan of Ariana Grande, or at least, like, in years past, I didn't necessarily agree with some of her actions and some things she said and the whole donut licking and, that whole thing. But maybe it was just because she was immature. Maybe she's matured. My son, who is going to be 13, is right in that age group that really likes her music, and I do like some of her music as well. But I don't know. There's all this controversy too over celebrity fragrances, especially in the YouTube fragrance community. And I actually don't really have anything against celebrity fragrances. I'm actually thinking of doing a celebrity fragrance video because I have some that I do like quite a bit. And, I'm not snobby about it. It's fine. But I have to say, I have to admit, these are pretty good for celebrity fragrances, and for the price point, you can't beat them. They last an okay amount of time, more than some other celebrity fragrances, but, most of these I would say are in the range of maybe 4 to 6 hours, but because they're so affordable, I don't mind overspraying them. If you like sweet fragrances, young fragrances that men would like, because men typically like sweet fragrances, you might actually like these. But I don't know. I don't know how I got sucked into it. And I've heard a lot of stories from other YouTubers who also kind of took the same path. At first they said, no, Ariana Grande, I do not want to smell your fragrances. But then, they got word that, like, maybe they smell kind of good, or maybe you saw them around, and then you thought maybe you would try just one of them. And then you did, and it smelled good, and then you're like, maybe I'll try another one, and so on and so forth, and there you are, getting the whole range of Ariana Grande fragrances. Okay, so let me preface by saying I have all of the regular ones. I don't have, like, the offshoots, like the Frankie and the special edition Sweet Like Candy, or, these are like the regular lineup. I have all of them except for Thank You Next, because I am so paranoid about this whole pickle debacle. If you're not familiar with this, many people say that Thank You Next has a pickle note, and that other people tell you smell like pickles when you wear it. I have tried it on my skin several times at Ulta and, wore it for several hours. I think it smells really good on me. So I kind of want to get it, but I'm just so paranoid that I'm going to get it, and then one day, all of a sudden, pickles. But you know what? I shouldn't even mind that, because I actually do like pickles. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. By the way, I'm in, like, really weird lighting. It keeps changing. I've moved, like, 50 times, so I'm sorry. There's, like, light in my face. Hope you don't mind, but it's sunny. It was, like, rainy. Now it's sunny. It's just crazy weather. I don't know. Maybe that's better. Okay. Moving on. So when I discovered that I actually liked these fragrances, I had this moment, like, okay, now you're gonna have to excuse me because I am a film teacher. I'm a high school film teacher, and I also am an MC and stage manager for a music venue. So I compare things to, the music world and the film world quite a bit. So if you've ever seen the movie High Fidelity with Jack Black and John Cusack, right? This kind of reminded me of when there were those, like, little punks that went into the store and were, like, shoplifting from the record store, right? And Jack Black catches up with them, and they're telling them that they're making an album, right? And Jack Black listens to the album and he's like, it's really good. Like, like it pains him to say it, but it's actually good. That's kind of how I feel about these. So now, are they like the same quality as niche fragrances or even designer? You know, maybe some designer, sure. Are they anything so spectacular and out of the ordinary and unique? No. But if you just want crowd pleasing, nice scents, like not offensive, they're easy reaches, you want to smell sweet and girly and, you know, just delectable, these are the perfumes for you. I don't know why I've been getting into gourmands lately, because I have, which is very unlike me. But I'm going with it. I'm going with it. So, okay, I'm going to stop talking. Oh, before that, if you've not subscribed to my channel yet, I would really appreciate it if you did. Thank you to those who have subscribed to my channel so far. Let's get into these fragrances, shall we? All right, the first fragrance that I have here is Ari. And, okay, so they have these, several of them have these little puffs, right? And it's kind of like a bad and good thing. The bad thing is, a lot of times when you spray it, it gets all over the puff. But the good thing is, you'll be reminded of what it smells like without having to spray it, which is great for making videos, right? So the top notes in Ari are raspberry, pear, and grapefruit. Mid notes are vanilla orchid, lily of the valley, and rose, and base notes are marshmallow, musk, and woody notes. This is it's sweet, but it does have woody notes to it. So it's not, you know, it's not cloying or anything. There's something like a very underlying, like sexy kind of vibe to this, even though it is so sweet. This one I really have been reaching for the most because, again, it's just like a no-brainer. It's fruity, it's musky, it's sexy, it's super sweet. But again, not cloying or sickening, nothing like that. But for me, it's sweet. I just really like it. So that's Ari. And the bottle's pretty. I got most of these on FragranceNet. And a few of them are testers, and they were like ridiculously cheap, like $20 some cheap. So I will say they are a good value for what they are. All right, the next fragrance I have here is Sweet Like Candy. And this one has top notes of blackberry, pear, and bergamot, mid notes of whipped cream, marshmallow, and blackcurrant, frangipani, honeysuckle and jasmine, and base notes of vanilla and cashmere wood. Wow, now the sun is getting crazy here. The sun is getting crazy. Okay, that's a little bit better. Oh my gosh, I am still also like just learning how to edit. It is so embarrassing. So I know I could edit and fix everything. I'm still learning, people. I'm still learning. Cut me a break, please. Okay, but anyway, Sweet Like Candy is, as the name suggests, it is very sweet like candy, but it also has like a tartness to it. And I guess that's coming from maybe the blackberry and the pear and blackcurrant. So it's a little bit on the like sweet tart side. And I don't know, it's very sweet, but again, I don't find this cloying. I don't find it sickening or anything like that. You know, people get so dramatic about it. Like, oh, it's so sickening sweet. It's not. Okay, so that is Sweet Like Candy. Okay, I did have to move locations. I had to stop and just cut out the chunk where I went to adjust the curtains and whatnot. It's still, this is terrible. This is the worst lighting ever. I'm sorry. Anyway, moving on, the next fragrance I have is a Moonlight. Ooh, and it's kind of, this is fitting because there's some light streaming in here. It's not quite night yet, but Moonlight, a lot of people say, is like her most mature fragrance. It's not so sweet. It's a little bit muskier. So the top notes are plum and blackcurrant. Mid notes are marshmallow and peony, and base notes are vanilla, sandalwood, and amber. And you know, I get a lot of the plum and blackcurrant in this, and but it also is a little bit sexier in the dry down, I think, because of the sandalwood and the amber. So if you like those types of sort of woodsy, sweet fragrances, you know, especially with, you know, a plum note, I think you'll really like Moonlight. It's very, very pretty. So that is Moonlight. Okay, the next one, you probably know about this guy, even if you don't have Ariana Grande fragrances in your collection. And that, of course, is Cloud. This is another tester, and it has a little thing here. So the ones with these holders, if you get the biggest size, you get the 3.4 ounce. They don't really easily come out of the holders, but if you get the smaller ones, as you're going to see with the next fragrance I show you, they do easily pop in and out. So just a little side note there. So let's just address the elephant in the room here. Of course, with Cloud, a lot of people compare this to Baccarat Rouge 540 from Maison Francis Kurkdjian. And I have just a sample size of the original Baccarat Rouge 540. I have a bigger size of the X-Straight because I actually prefer the X-Straight. So I feel like I'm authority on this. You know, I have some authority. I am going to be boring and be like right in the middle. So there are the people who say, oh, it's a dupe. It's an exact dupe for Baccarat Rouge 540. No, I'm going to tell you no. From my point of view, I don't think so at all. And then there's people who are like, oh, it doesn't smell like Baccarat Rouge 540 at all. There's no validity to that comparison whatsoever. I also don't think that's entirely true. The opening does remind me a lot of Baccarat Rouge 540. Some of the notes are, well, it's weird because I don't think they really share many notes, but that opening vibe. So here's my thing. It has a similar vibe in that some people consider it unisex. Some people think that, I don't know, that it's like a little bit sweet, but not too sweet. And, you know, that whole thing, it lasts pretty well. I'll give it that. But yeah, if you want the same kind of vibe as Baccarat Rouge 540 and you cannot spend the money on it because, you know, I'm sick of people like shaming people for like not being able to buy the real thing. Yes, I feel like it is worth the money if you can get the real thing. But if you're a teenager, like you're in high school, I don't see how you're going to be dropping, you know, $400 on a perfume. That's probably just not happening. So if you want the vibe, I would say go with this one. Did I give the notes? I don't think I gave the notes. So the top notes are lavender, pear, and bergamot. Mid notes are whipped cream, praline, coconut, vanilla orchid, and base notes are musk and woody notes. So the dry down of this compared to the dry down of Baccarat Rouge 540, very, very different. This goes much more coconut. That one, no coconut. So again, it is, to me, it's like really addictive. It's a really addictive smell. It just smells really good. Again, I think people like this scent. It's people pleasing. And, you know, some gentlemen, I guess, like wearing it. And I say go for it if you want to wear it. So that is Cloud. So the last one that I have here is, this is an Ulta exclusive. And that is, of course, REM. And I love this bottle. Now, see, this is the 1.7 ounce and it just easily pops in and out. I love anything shiny and crystally, so I'm all about this. Like, even if I ended up not liking the scent, I was like, ooh. But I did. I tested this first a few times at Ulta, like, let it mingle. I really like this one. I've been wearing this to bed. It's very calming, and it does stick around because I'll wear it to bed and I can still smell it in the morning. So the longevity is pretty decent on this. And I just think it's different. And I would say this is also pretty mature. If you're an old lady like myself, I don't think you have to feel necessarily bad about wearing this. I don't think. I don't know. You tell me. But I mean, teenagers obviously can still wear this, but it's definitely more unisex, more mature, and I really enjoy it. So the notes for this one, top notes are zephyr, caramel, fig, salt, and quince. Mid notes are lavender and pear blossom, and base notes are tonka bean, musk, and sandalwood. So it's definitely the most musky out of all of them, definitely the most unisex out of all of them, and I think it's a really lovely scent. So for the, for the price point, I can't complain about it. I really, really like it. So overall, as a fragrance designer, I would give Ariana Grande the Limelight Last 2 thumbs up. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I don't know. Her fragrances are good. I like them. They're easy to wear. They're sweet. They're girly. They're fun. There's a time and place for everything. Like, I don't need to necessarily wear Tom Ford every day, So if I'm just running to the store and I want to smell good, Ariana Grande, right? So anyway, guys, thank you so much for hanging in there with my crazy lighting. And again, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.